Hey folks, welcome back to Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead. This video is going to be on Unlucky 13 hive. So this is a split I pulled, and we introduced the Wildflower Meadows Queen into here. And the split was a little weak, and also 12 was a little weak, but 12 has kicked it in and rebounded, and it's doing okay. So yesterday, the backstory, I came down here with intentions of checking on Unlucky 13 here and seeing how they were doing, and adding a frame of brood to them to give them a little boost, because it was a nice day out, and I was able to do it. So I came down here and I saw a lot of bees in the air, and like a swarm. So I started looking around, and right out in front of it, about 8 feet, was a little ball of bees on the ground. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they've absconded, because that's what you got to watch on a weak nuke. First of all, don't have a weak nuke, keep it strong. So I went through the little ball of bees, and I set another nuke box down right in front of them and put a old frame of a comb in there, and they started going in, and there was a little ball of bees left. I got my queen clip, and I searched around in there, and there's a white marked queen, which that was this hive right here. So they had absconded. So what happened? I went through here, and she had started to lay about a 4-inch diameter circle of bees, and they were capped. So she was doing okay, but what happened was the bee bread that was in here and the nectar, combined with the low population, small hive beetles got into here, started laying their eggs. So they laid eggs in that bee bread, and the little maggots were starting to come out. It wasn't a bad infestation. So I took the frames out, I took them over here, and I smacked them on that hive lid over there. All the adult hive beetles, they get knocked out of the comb, so I smashed all those. I did all the hives, all the frames that way, and several larvae came out, and I smashed those. So what did I do? I pulled 2 frames out of this strong hive right here, hive 15, and I moved them into the new nuke with those the little swarm that came out of here and had absconded. So I combined, 2 sets of bees that don't know each other. So I spritzed them with my little drench, put them in there, and I could tell they were fighting, and there was dead bees getting thrown out the front, and there's probably 200 dead bees laying out here in the front. So long story short, too late for that. I'm going to get in here and see, did they kill my queen? Because the bees I brought out of here with the 2 brood frames and put them in here, it was probably more bees, or about the same amount as the home bees that were from here already. So I think they fought it out. My little spritz trick didn't work, which is the first time I've had issue with that. So let's get in here, and I want to see, did my $40, well, she wasn't quite $40. My expensive queen from Wildflower Meadows, did she get killed? So in the process of all that, I put the feeder on top here, and it's internal to this box. That's why it's too deep. There's not 5 in top, 5 frames up here and 5 in the bottom. There's just a feeder up here. And after I combined them, this area was just packed. Those, I don't know which bees, but they were all coming up in here, and they're all settled down now. So there's my feeder set up. Looks like it's dribbling a little bit. I don't want any of that dripping around here. And I put this little block here to block this notch, so robber bees couldn't come in there and start getting to that feed mixture, that sugar water. And boy, I tell you, it's way calmer now than before. So it looks good. It's nice and strong now. Question is, do we have us a queen? Everyone think positive. Also, something that could have went wrong, I could have accidentally got my queen from hive 15 in here, but I spent a lot of time looking at those frames, making sure, but you never know. Everything's kosher here, just a little bit of nectar. Bees are nice and calm. There was no calmness last night after I combined them. And there's quite a few dead bees in the bottom. Okay. There's little Miss Wildflower Meadows. So she's okay for now. When I first opened this, they didn't look like they were being so friendly to her, but I think it's okay. So they didn't kill the queen. That's the main reason I wanted to look in here. So I'm going to go and look at these other frames real quick and make sure I don't have a queen in here. So these are the donor frames. So you can see I've got the brood on there that came over from the other hive. Lots of nectar, honey. So really they don't even need fed. I could take that jar out. And there's a lot of larvae on here and around those capped. I don't see another queen. Here's the other frame I brought over. So it is a heck of a resource there. That is just total laid up. All capped. So when these start emerging, this hive's going to get really strong, and then that queen can backfill this frame. And at that point, we can probably move them to a 10 frame. And this side's the same. Good deal. I think we saved her. So, I'm kind of torn on whether or not to put that feeder back on there. I'll go ahead and put it on there and let them finish it. And then I'll be slow to refill it. I probably do, when I make this a 10 frame, I'll put a frame feeder in there just to help them expand quicker. So another thing that food does, it attracts ants. And we need to clean this bottom off. Yeah, look at all that. There's probably a couple hundred dead bees in here. So always keep your bottom boards as clean as you can. If you get a lot of cappings and stuff drop down here and the bees don't have enough population to take care of it, you can, so the hive beetles just love to hang out in that stuff and lay their eggs. And the bees don't get down there to it because they don't have the population to keep it clean. So a strong hive will keep the bottom clean. Okay, put our reducer. This is my patented Jerome bee farm reducer. Link below. They're only 10 bucks. Just kidding. Okay, so we got that. Get out of here, ant. We got that block up against this again to keep the ants out and other bees. Someone gave me a really good tip, and it works for ants. And it's right here, and it does catch a few bees, but it's called tanglefoot, and ants won't cross it. And it is some sticky stuff. So there it is right there. So I spread that on the wood. It did catch a few bees, but it has thinned out a little. And but ants still don't cross it. And if you lean your leg up against it, it gets on your pants and it's nasty. It doesn't stink or anything, but so when I first pulled these splits, had some ants getting up here on the feeders. All right, drop this down in there. I should have done this before I put that on there. That's not the right lid. I'm using a solid lid like this to seal that up. Help keep ants from getting in there. Okay, so Unlucky 13 seems to be holding its own now. Maybe we can turn it into Lucky 13. Someone was telling me I need to just skip 13 and name this one 14 because 13 is an unlucky number. But that would screw up my whole numbering scheme, and I can't count anyway, so that would really mess me up. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. We'll catch you on the next beekeeping video. Y'all take care.